From Martin Stadium on the campus of Washington State University in Pullman, Washington, it's Pac-10 Conference football as the Rose Bowl-bound Washington Huskies take on the 7-3 Washington State Cougars.
It is Apple Cup 92 on the field and in the booth. And before you at home start saying that we got a cushy job, we're outside too. Hansen gets a good foot into it, and Darren Pointer, who is playing with a hip pointer, sets it down, and the Cougars will start on their own 20. Drew Bledsoe, is this his final appearance in Martin Stadium? Even he doesn't know that. He'll make the decision when the season is over. He'll have Butch Williams at tight end, Bobo, Davis, and Pointer on the outside. Shambe right fair, number 2 in the Pac-10 and rushing in the backfield. Bailey, Dunning, Tobeck, Pimiskern, and Tribble across the front line. That was Boone Borden, believe it or not, who was lined up in the backfield. Mike Price starting some of the seniors. Borden, the senior wide receiver, is also the holder. Wright Fair is a senior, and his first carry will net about 3 yards. As you see, DeMarco, the nose tackle. Steve Hoffman, the redshirt freshman. Jamal Fontaine, outstanding defensive end. Hoffman and Clifford, the anchors inside. Hoffman, a finalist for the Butkus Award. And the secondary with Walter Bailey, actually wears number 23. Tommy Smith is not here. Lewis Jones starts in his spot. And Josh Moore is the other cornerback, and our microphone is frozen on the field.
Well, he's more than due for one.
Line of scrimmage, the 38 of Washington State. Bobo lines up in the backfield and now goes to the slot position on 1st and 10. Cougars will try to throw it against the wind. We've got a uncovered receiver, and C.J. Davis makes the catch, drops the ball. Who's going to get it? Cougars recovered it down at the 41 of Washington. But 1st and 10, Washington State, near the 41 of Washington. Brett Carolyn and Butch Williams in. Double tight end alignment for Washington State. Right fair, that little counter has running room. A blocker, he'll slide outside and goes out of bounds about the 25. And the Cougars moving the ball well. 1st and 10, Washington State at the Husky 24. Trips to the left for Drew Bledsoe, the junior out of Walla Walla. Right fair is in the backfield. No tight end. Bledsoe with the deep drop, the little screen to right fair. And a nice defensive play. Philip Bobo out of the slot. 2nd and 12 after the loss of 2. Right fair, nothing there. And there's that man, James Clifford again. 3rd down opportunity for Washington State here. Short drop. Bledsoe guns it out, and it is caught by C.J. Davis. Out of bounds at the 5. That was a touchdown the other way for Josh Moore, but he Sparks and right fair in the backfield. 3 tight ends. Cougars have not shown this formation all year. Bledsoe to throw. It's incomplete. Wanted to get it to Brett Carolyn, who 3 tight end alignment again. Same formation for Washington State on 2nd and goal from the 5. This is Sparks, who skates down to about the 3-yard line.
We've got 3 plays here that take advantage. This is the Apple Cup. We're not going for field goals.
Right fair, left side. Touchdown, Washington State. The Cougars have drawn first blood. We have contact on the line. Now, if that's against the Huskies, given the way the kicking game is.
What it also does is...
This will be a tough one. And he hit the upright, and it caromed left. So there is the first miscue in the kicking game. 11:35 left to play in the first quarter. Washington State 6, Washington nothing. You're watching Pac-10 football on Prime Sports Northwest. A dangerous return man. Cougars have done a pretty good job covering kicks. This is a very short kick, and it is taken by an up back, and he'll get out to the 40-yard line, and now the ball comes a little loose, and let's see what they have to say. That's certainly something that's needed as Mark Brunell comes out, completing 61% of his passes. He will have Mark Bruner at tight end, Joe Kralik and Damon Mack, the wide receivers, Kaufman and Matt Jones in the backfield. An outstanding offensive line headed up by the Lombardi Award candidate Lincoln Kennedy. And Brunell going to the audible now, and he's not going to get this play off. He just did before the clock expired, and that's Jones, the fullback, who picked up 2, maybe 3 on the surge. The Cougar defensive front. Dwayne Patterson has been playing very well. Couple of sacks in the Stanford game. Anthony McClanahan, keep your eye on number 41. Some Inflammatory comments made by Mr. McClanahan in the Seattle papers this past week. It'll be interesting to see if the Huskies look for number 41. And the secondary, the young and the restless, has done a nice job this year. Greg Burns, one of the top pass interceptors in the Pac-10. Second down and 8 for the Huskies. That ball's on the ground. Brunell does a good job just to fall on it. The Cougars say they have it.
Cougars got it.
They give the Huskies the first down on that first penalty, and then they march it back. So there you go. So it is first and 25, we'll call it. And there's the pitch back to Kaufman. And he tries to stay on his feet and picks up about 5 yards on the play. Kaufman, the lone man in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set for Mark Brunell on second and long. Over the middle, and the pass is caught. Damon Barry with the catch.
We're going to be giving a lot of cushion, so that short passing game should be available.
Here's third down and 10 for the Huskies. Brunell throws it, and it's incomplete. There was a little contact, and let's see, they're going to say the ball was too high. Ready to kick it away. Gets a good snap, gets the kick away, and it's a good kick. Torrey Hunter will let it go into the end zone. It hit, I see a ball mark at about the 4, I believe. And
second in the conference in points allowed, 6th in the conference in yards allowed.
First and 10, Washington State from their own 20. And Wright Fair gets the delayed handoff and gets out to about the 24-yard line.
Talked about leverage. Once that angle's set up, there's nothing you can do about it.
Play action, Bledsoe over the middle for Brett Carolyn, and it is incomplete. Trips left Washington State on 3rd and 6. Bledsoe pressured and was trying to throw the up to C.J. Davis, and Davis was held by Josh Moore. John Wardell did his job. Let's see if Steve Johnston can. He does, and he gets away. A nice kick, a driving kick. It will chase Bailey and Kaufman back, and they'll have to pick it up at about the 11 if they can. They just wisely decide to get away from it. Smart move by Walter Bailey, and a big, big punt. Huskies from their own 11. Brunell with the long count gives it to Kaufman, and there's a hole there, and he meets number 8 Singor Mobley and gets the first down. Only the 6th Husky ever to go over 1,000 yards. And Kaufman this time gets about 3.
Things get a little bit simplified in weather like this. It becomes a little bit more mano on mono.
Brunell to throw, and the catch is made.
That was exciting.
19th catch of the year for Shelley. Third down and 3. Nobody in the backfield for Brunell. Pressured. Dwayne Patterson looked like there could have been some holding. There's no flag as Brunell scrambles and slides out of bounds, and it'll be close, but it looks like he's a little shy. Kick his first time. Gets the snap and has plenty of time. This is not as good a kick, but it might take a good bounce. And it will take a very good bounce.
I don't understand why he didn't try and catch that ball.
And there you see, you couldn't tell. The Huskies didn't know which yard line it was on. They dove to stop it at the 5. And
now the Cougars with only 68 total yards.
61-yard punt by Wardell. Cougars will start from their own 5, leading 6-0 with 6:15 to play in the first quarter. Wright Fair breaks the tackle and gets out to about the 13-yard line. Gain of about 8 on that. That middle is open. Let's see if Bledsoe audibles to the sneak as he did against Stanford. He'll hand it off to Wright Fair, who's got a hole. And is chased down from behind. Andy Mason.
220 pounds moving forward with Chambé.
Bledsoe's pass to Davis incomplete. Trips left. Let's see if Washington State tries to exploit something that way. Huskies show blitz. Here they come. The handoff goes to Wright Fair. We've got a flag on the play as Wright Fair is brought down.
Stick it in the backfield.
2nd and 20 for Washington State. 5 minutes ago, first quarter. Apple Cup 92. Washington State on top 6-0. Wright Fair on the delayed handoff gets about 2. The Huskies stayed home there. Washington State with 3 wide receivers. Looked like there might have been some movement on the line before the snap. No flag. Andy Mason sacks Drew Bledsoe back at about the 7-yard line. Snap is good. Johnston has plenty of time. That driving low kick again. And Bailey will step up and field it as a hole. And gets hit and brought down at the 40.
California bred players are a little bit out of their element.
Darius Turner in at fullback now. Napoleon Kaufman. Nowhere.
It's, you're down in a hurry.
2nd and 10 for Brunell and the Huskies. Play action buys him some time. The pass intended for Darius Turner, and he couldn't make the catch. 3rd and 10. Huskies trying to take advantage of the good field position. Brunell eludes one guy, has the pass complete to Berry, and he gets down to the 26-yard line. That's a first down. This is Turner, and he keeps his legs churning and picks up an extra yard or so. Singor Mobley. 2:10 left to play in the first quarter. Huskies trying to even things up. Washington State out front 6-0. Hoffman able to get outside and run out of bounds by Singor Mobley. 3rd down and 3 for the Huskies. They converted a 3rd and 10 a moment ago. Delayed handoff to Kaufman, and he gets the first down.
Misjudges his angle of pursuit.
7th play of the drive. This is Jay Berry in the backfield, and he gets just a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 from the 13. Cougars show blitz. Let's see if they come. Little shovel pass to Turner, and the momentum carries him down, but was shy of the first down marker, and it's holding against Washington.
24 footballs will be used in this game. This one's already out of the game.
And Brunell has this one, tries to keep it dry, and he gets brought down shy of the first down marker.
He scored before the end of this quarter is Travis Hansen.
Brunell will get the playoff. Kaufman through the middle. That should be plenty for the first down. We have played quarter number 1. The Cougars lead the Huskies 6-0. You're watching the Apple Cup on Prime Sports Northwest. The combination here making this the worst playing conditions we've had in a while. Napoleon Kaufman tries the left side and breaks off where he had initially been stopped and might have got about a yard is all.
Trying to influence the linebackers with the fullback.
Turner the fullback, and he gets the ball. Left side as a hole and gets down to about the 1. Oh, so what you're trying to say, Cleet, is it's the Apple Cup, they should let those things go?
Absolutely.
But it's big in terms of a first down. 1st and goal for the Huskies for the 1. Turner again, and he's turned back. Washington State with the defensive surge up here. I say let's go outside. We'll see what the Huskies do on 2nd and goal for the 1. They try it outside with Brunell. McClanahan couldn't get him from behind. Touchdown, Washington. We are tied at 6. Mark Brunell.
Take no chances with the pitch.
Travis Hansen tries the extra point, and he gets it. So Travis Hansen able to succeed on the extra point when Aaron Price couldn't. That's the difference in the football game. Huskies 7, Cougars 6, 13:22 left to play in the first half.
He's going to run around Lincoln Kennedy's end. It's going to be wide.
Hansen's kick, a driving kick. It will hit and skip and be picked up at the 5 by Darren Pointer. And Pointer runs into some Cougars and Huskies. Wright Fair has been able to run the ball well so far. Bledsoe to throw it on first down. C.J. Davis out of Curtis High School in Tacoma as the Cougars shift again, this time in the opposite position. Spreading the formation wide, and Wright Fair on that little counter. And he is brought down near the 40-yard line. Bledsoe surveys the Husky defense, and he'll try to give it to Wright Fair, who's not going to go anywhere. Andy Mason. Wright Fair, the lone man in the backfield, he'll stay in the block. Bledsoe has time and guns it, and everybody's slipping. And Kaufman, the lone back man. They don't come after him. The kick is away. It's a good driving kick, and Kaufman's going to have to let it go over his head, and will it go into the end zone? It will. Skip all the way in. Brunell with the ball at the 20-yard line on 1st and 10. Berry and Turner in the backfield. Turner, about a 6-yard first down gain, set up behind him in the eye. There's the pitch back to Berry. He's got some blockers out in front, and Washington State does a nice job of stringing that play out.
The Huskies like to fake the toss sweep and then roll Brunell out. 3rd
and a long 4. Brunell will try to run for it now, dumps it off, and it is caught, but dropped. Greg Burns drops the receiver, Eric Bjornsson, the converted. One of the things we talked about earlier was containing Brunell, and Washington State has not been able to do that on the last couple of series. Darius Turner gets out near the 40-yard line. Turner again. And the Huskies doing now what we have seen teams do the last couple of weeks against Washington State. Just give it to the big fella. And Turner and Jay Berry behind Brunell, who appears to be calling a little audible at the line of scrimmage. They'll give it to Berry, left side. And that's John Rushing coming up to make the hit.
What will happen today is you'll see run, throw it deep.
2nd and 8. Barry again tries the middle, and there's nothing there. The Cougar defense makes the stop. Lewis Bush. 3rd and a long 7 for the Huskies, just shy of the midfield stripe. Play action. Brunell trying to buy time. He's going to throw it deep, and he's got Joe Kralik, who can't stay on his feet. Hunter is deep. He's at his 10, but he might not be able to tell exactly where he is. And that one goes off the side of Wardell's foot. First time we've seen a punt adversely affected by the weather today. The Cougars have the football on their own 36. They're marking it now.
A taste of Eastern Washington, at least.
It gets a little blustery on the west side every once in a while. Bledsoe over the middle, and C.J. Davis couldn't get it. Had to go down after it and couldn't do it. Huskies lead it 7-6. Washington State scored first, couldn't get the extra point. Huskies managed to tack on the extra point, and that's the difference right now. Drew Bledsoe wants to gun it outside, and let's see if it's called a catch or not. Looks like it is. 3rd down and a long 4 for Washington State. Nobody in the backfield. Right Fair is going in motion. Trips to the lower part of your screen. Bledsoe has time, and the tight end. Brett Carroll, 1st down and more. 31 on the year for Brett Carroll. Draw to right Fair. And he gets about 8 yards.
Be important for them to get a score here. Take advantage of the wind.
Let's call it 2nd and a long 3 at about the 35. Bledsoe, short drop over the middle, caught by Philip Bobo. 28th consecutive first catch of the game for Philip Bobo, who had 9 receptions for 151 yards in Husky Stadium last year. Into the end zone for Scheck-Snyder, in and out of his hands at the 2. 5.5 minutes to play, 2nd quarter. Washington leads it by 1.
He's got a chance for Carolyn if he shifts the ball.
Handed off to Sparks, and on 2nd down, he will get maybe 3 yards on that play. 3rd down and 7. Bledsoe pressured, gets it off, and it is caught by C.J. Davis. Makes the catch at about the 8-yard line. Call it the 8-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up. Washington State trying to regain the lead. Right Fair back in the backfield. He gets the football. Left side down to about the 3. Football came loose. They'll say it's down. Sparks in the backfield along with right Fair. Bledsoe sneak, and he got close but was turned away.
If they run the ball to the right-hand side, to the middle of the field, they may be thinking one play and then field goal.
Sparks, and he didn't get in. There was confusion on that handoff. It was not crisp. Boone Borden, the holder. Quinn Magnuson to snap it, and they have problems with the spot. He's down. Husky defense is held. Boone Borden actually should have been down.
Take timeouts on defense, and hopefully you can get 3 downs and out and get another chance. Call timeout
on that play, and they'll see.
Timeout there after each play. Maybe they'll get one here.
Huskies using all the clock. The play clock was down to 2. Napoleon Kaufman stopped at the 6. Now the Cougars should call timeout. Mark Brunell facing a 3rd down and 9. Wouldn't be surprised to see him just take it himself. He will hand it off to Napoleon Kaufman, who busts up the middle and gets the 1st down.
Napoleon to get up and get a 1st down. Big player on the Husky side.
Also a very good job by Andy Peterson and Jim Neville getting that initial seam.
Nothing there for Darius Turner. Perhaps the final play of the first half coming up here. 2nd and 9 for the Huskies. And they will just simply hand it off in the backfield. As Jay Barry is, be fun to see how many of these fans decide to come back after venturing out at halftime. This is Barry again, and he just hangs on to the football. Dogs follow Don James off the field. They'll hustle in and make some halftime adjustments, and we'll have a look at some of the highlights and statistics from the first half. Give you a chance to warm up as well. The Huskies lead the Cougars 7-6 at halftime. And here we go with the second half of Apple Cup 92. It will be Jay Barry at about the 12-yard line. And he's got some blockers in front of him in a violent collision at the 25. And the Huskies will have the football. Would have liked to have had a chance to kick that field goal that Boone Borden was unable to set down for him. Brunell, a little naked bootleg on 1st down, and he's got some running room, and Darius Turner to block for him, and a crushing blow thrown by the tight end, Mark Bruner.
Mark Bruner, if we do not continue it, sends Ron Childs a message.
Napoleon Kaufman.
This is the second half. Let's go, Cougs.
Second down and 10. The option, and Brunell's going to have to keep it. And he takes on Torrey Hunter. And, well, another big third down opportunity for the Huskies, who have converted a couple of big ones. Third and a long 3. Brunell chased out of bounds. Kurt Lurcher back at the 43-yard line. Into the wind with Torrey Hunter back deep to receive. A low kick that will bounce inside the 30, and Hunter is going to pick it up in a gutsy play, and he'll end up picking about 5 yards up on the play. Bledsoe, the junior out of Walla Walla, over the football for the first time in the second half, and Wright Fair goes in motion. And the pass is caught by Philip Bobo. Shane Kawakoa finally brings him down, close to a 10-yard gain. Now up to 139 career receptions, one shy of Doug Flansburgh. Wright Fair, first down, run down from behind by Steve Hoffman. For the first time they had the ball in the first half and then couldn't get things done. First possession of the second half. They are moving the ball very well. Wright Fair will try it again, and this time Andy Mason is there to snuff that play out. Second down and 9. 2 wide receivers left for Bledsoe. Still has the football after the play fake, going into the end zone. Wants Davis or Bobo. Touchdown, Washington State. Philip Bobo with the catch. Touchdown pass for Drew Bledsoe.
Well, here you see 2 guys just run into the post, and that's not the way this play is designed, but it's a fight for the ball, and that's a case of who wants it the most.
Short drop. Bledsoe eludes one would-be tackler. 2-point conversion for the Cougars. That's Calvin Schexnayder on the catch, and it's Washington State 14. The Huskies 7 with 11:36 left to play in the third quarter. Washington State has regained the lead. Philip Bobo doing his snowplow impersonation. Did I say Flansburger? Meant Flansburg. Did I add an ER to his name?
I haven't heard of either one of them.
Cleat has. And the crowd back into it, the ones who have come back for the second half. Napoleon Kaufman tried to find some room, and there wasn't anything there. The Cougar defense. 12 carries, 45 yards for Kaufman. Brunell to throw. Has the catch. Barry is run out of bounds at about the 32. Third down and 3 for the Huskies. Brunell on the keeper. A beautiful fake to get the first down and plenty more. Finally run out of bounds, and very close to a late hit. A gain of 23. Ball on the 41 of Washington State. Matt Jones hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he did well just to pick up about a half yard. Brunell, straight drop, has time, and that was a big hit by Anthony McClanahan. Third and 9. Brunell. Here come the Cougars after him. He could run it if he wants. He throws. It's knocked down by John Rushing. Intended for Eric Bjornsson, but Torrey Hunter sets up at the 10. And Wardell, a low driving kick, and Hunter will let it go, and it will just get into the end zone. But let's see what they do here from their own 20 on first down. Bledsoe will throw on first down and has some time, and gets Brett Carolyn allowed the first down as he is able to elude the tackle and gets out beyond the 35-yard line.
Nice job by the Cougar offensive coordinator to come up with something that works.
Call it a gain of 17. The run to the right side.
They're able to get Bledsoe time, and he's finding a way to deliver the ball.
2nd and 7. Bledsoe going to an audible now. Bledsoe throwing it upfield for Darren Pointer, who can't hang on. That's a tough catch on a day like today. Long count by Bledsoe on 3rd and 7. And the audibles do a running play, and Wright Fair able to break a couple of tackles, and that spot is going to be shy of the first down. 4th and about a half a yard. Bledsoe will dive over, and second effort gets it. Bledsoe to throw on first down. Going over the middle for Pointer. This time he makes the catch. Good coverage by Walter Bailey, but Darren Pointer, 24-yard gain. The ball is listed at the 23. Bledsoe, the quick out. C.J. Davis, 6th catch of the afternoon, a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 from the 15. Right fair, the setback. Little bootleg. Wanted Butch Williams. He's not there. Scheck-Snyder, touchdown, Washington State. Borden gets it down this time. Price boots it through. Washington State gets the extra point. 6:13 left to play in the third quarter of Apple Cup 92. It's Washington State 21, Washington 7.
Once. They've done that once here today.
Price boots it away. This one will be fielded by Jay Barry at the 12. And he is wrapped up and gets away again. We get a face mask.
A whole bunch of them.
3 wide receivers for the Huskies. Only Napoleon Kaufman in the backfield. He gets the ball and gets across the 40-yard line.
Only his second year in Seattle. Certainly no snow in Seattle over the last couple of years. I'm not sure whether he's ever seen snow before.
Brunell with the play action. Wants to throw it upfield. Looking for Bruner, the tight end, and he threw it short. Singor Mobley had position.
Here's a situation where Brunell can roll out to his left. I'd expect him maybe to get out there again.
Quick pass, and it is thrown too high. Intended for Damon Mack.
Bledsoe and that Cougar offense off the field.
Wardell, a high kick that the wind holds up. And the ball bounces around and is down. They have a 14-point lead, and as you can see, the third quarter has been good to them. Lately, the fourth quarter's not. Illegal procedure. It's going. State has been in the situation before where they've had a chance to deliver the knockout blow. And 1st and 15. Cougars have shown a tendency to go to right fair in this situation. See if they do. Nope, Bledsoe will throw. He's going to be pressured, gets it off. Philip Bobo, the comeback catch, and falls down about 2 yards shy of the first down. So with 9 catches last year, he has 4 here today and a touchdown. Huskies coming up on the line, showing blitz a little bit. Here they come. Handoff goes to right fair, who breaks through that initial blitz and gets out near the midfield. Long count by Bledsoe. Again will throw on first down. Wants to go deep up the sidelines and overthrows C.J. Davis.
Defensive backs in man-to-man. They shouldn't have to cover your guys very long because we should get to the quarterback. That's not happening today.
Big gap for right fair, and he is gone. 51 yards, touchdown, Washington State.
What do you say? Washington State has found the method to get the ball in the end zone. Had a lot of trouble the last couple, or at least the latter part of the season. And Sean Bainey rumbles in.
Aaron Price to attempt the extra point, and he got it. 3 minutes, 57 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and the Washington State Cougars have a 21-point lead in the Apple Cup. You're watching Prime Sports Northwest.
And it's a foot race. That time, Chambray right fair is the Olympic champion.
The kick will go out of bounds. Bjornsson and Barry, the wide receivers, to the left side with Napoleon Kaufman, Darius Turner in the backfield. There's the pitch, and Kaufman makes the catch. Eludes John Rushing, but can't get past Chris Frank and Mark Whitmire. They're going to call it a fumble. Cougars have the ball. First turnover of the day in Washington State.
Of the Huskies.
See if the Cougars go for the end zone. Bledsoe against the blitz, dumps it off. Butch Williams makes the catch.
A heads-up play by Drew just to get the ball in a place where Butch could catch it.
And gives you a great play call on 2.5 yards. Are they going to give the catch to C.J. Davis? Yes, they will.
You've got to throw it faster than the wind is blowing, and Drew Bledsoe can do that.
First down on the 17. Right fair is brought down at about the 15-yard line.
Washington State would like to punch it in again with the wind here.
Bledsoe had 3 wide receivers left over the middle, in and out of the hands of Brett Carolyn. First and goal for Washington State. And the football will be at about the 8-yard line. 2:08 left to play in the third quarter. Right fair will try it on first down. Down to about the 2-yard line.
To see how they feel at the cold air here today.
Sparks and right fair, fumble on the play. Huskies say they have it. Let's see.
just a fight down there for that ball, and it could be still going
To
around.
bring out the jaws of life to separate that
Touchdown,
down.
Washington State. How about that? Who are you going to credit it to? I don't think the Cougar fans care.
It could be Conrad Pimmiskern's first touchdown.
Somebody's
Personal foul and an ejection. The spot is good after the snap is good, and the kick is good. Washington State has exploded in the third quarter. 35-7, the Cougars lead the Huskies. You're watching Apple Cup 92 on Prime. Field because of the penalty. And he will step up and just root it deep, and it will sail out of the back of the end zone. And that has not occurred today for the Huskies. Huskies need to make something happen in a hurry now, and nothing happens on that play. Jay Berry swarmed under. Brunell set to throw, now takes it down and wants to run it, instead dumps it off to Berry. And Berry gets across the 30 out to about the 33. It's good enough for a first down.
It is picking up, if anything.
First down, Brunell, quarterback draw. Gets a little bit of a block from Joe Kralik, breaks a Torrey Hunter tackle, and has room up the sideline and goes out of bounds. And this time John Rushing tries to help him.
Turned upfield to go straight ahead, and the Huskies with only 29 seconds left of going into the wind.
Brunell almost lost the snap. Sends it up for Jones, who makes the catch and is wrapped up immediately. Gain of about 5 on the play.
As the third quarter runs out.
And 15 more minutes of football. The Cougars will try to gather an Apple Cup victory over the Huskies. 35-7, Washington State leads it. You're watching the Apple Cup on Prime Sports Northwest. There might be some teams that are 6-6 that get to go, though. Second down and 3, and that pass surprised Jason Shelley. Third and a long 3 for the Huskies. Brunell pressured, and he'll go down. Ron Childs led the way.
Be second down Huskies if that play is run correctly.
John Wardell gets the kick away. It's a good one, and Torrey Hunter calls for a fair catch and lets it hit.
Can't run now.
And now you can't run it. There's going to be a flag as he picked the ball up at the 3.
Is asking.
Ball is on the 3, and that's Derek Sparks, who almost broke all the way out. And behind Drew Bledsoe, C.J. Davis, who's had a big game, comes in motion. Sparks will try it outside, and he gets the first down and tried to change direction, but that's what happens. 13 minutes to play in the football game. Washington State on top by 28. Bledsoe to throw, guns it out. Boone Borden makes the catch. And he gets the first down. First down play for Washington State at their own 14-yard line. Sparks. Not much there. Ran about 5 yards, but didn't gain any. Sparks, play action. Bledsoe holds it forever. Now Steve Hoffman with the pressure, and it's incomplete. Little pressure again. This time Bledsoe guns it out, and the pass intended for Boone Borden.
Made a big play.
Johnston gets it away, and it's not a great kick, but it will get the job done under the circumstances, and there are not many of those in this stadium at all. Huskies with the ball on the 39 of Washington State. Brunell with the deep drop, going forward in the end zone, trying for Theron Hill, and it was over his head as the adjustment was made. Instead, second down and 10 for Brunell. Shorter drop this time, shorter route, and he overthrew the tight end, Brunin.
Almost was caught by Theron Hill, but he juggled the ball.
They're finally getting up to speed.
Little dump screen pass to Kaufman, who makes the catch, but will get nowhere near the first down. Huskies have no choice but to go for it on 4th and 6. And Brunell goes to an audible with the 3 wide receivers slotted to the right side. He's going to have to try to run for it. Now buys a little time. And here comes the pressure again. And Brunell goes down, and the Cougar defense has done the job. The pressure by Todd Shaw, as it will be the first day of 1993 when the Huskies play against the Wolverines of Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Bledsoe being pressured, gets rid of the football. It's intercepted. Jaime Fields with the interception.
We see an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty being called against Washington State.
The difference being here, however, the Huskies are going to the Rose Bowl.
Have already clinched the Rose Bowl.
The pitch to Jay Berry. And Torrey Hunter with a beautiful tackle.
Hey, these fans down in this left end zone have been staring into this raw wind and snow for 3.5 hours.
Brunell the throw, in and out of the hands. With 10:29 left to play in the Apple Cup. Brunell to throw. Over the middle, knocked away. Greg Burns stepped in front of Jason Shelley and Joe Kralik are the receivers. Brunell pressured again, throws back to Berry. He's got an escort out front. Fumble, Cougars have it. It doesn't matter. They're calling it an incomplete pass.
It's fun time if you're a Cougar offensive player.
Sparks gets out to about the 22. Second down and 8 for Washington State. Bledsoe again trying to use as much of that play clock as he can. And Sparks will go up the middle again and fall forward and slide to about the 27, maybe the 28 yard.
Instead of saving them up, on the other hand, they might just like this just as well.
Third and a couple, and Sparks is drilled by Jamal Fontaine behind the line of scrimmage.
And not being rewarded. Where is the value in the bowl game?
Johnston's going to run for it. He's got a chance to get the first down, but he's brought down about a yard shy of it. He couldn't handle the snap. Brunell still at quarterback with the backs of the eye. He's going to throw for it as Darius Turner if he wants him. Instead, he's going to have to try to step up and run it. And he eludes a couple of tacklers and sneaks past Anthony McClanahan.
Game is their first start.
Heward apparently ready to go. He's got the jacket off on the sidelines, and he's set to go into the ball game. Swing pass to Napoleon Kaufman. And he ends up losing a couple of yards. We got a flag down.
They are able to punch these three drives.
And it's wonderful to see that he is able to move as well as he still does after that major injury. And here he goes moving again. Gets around Anthony McClanahan and gets hit hard at the 3, and his momentum will take him down to about the 2-yard line.
There are some people open downfield. You do wonder whether those white jerseys actually make a difference trying to find people in against that snow background.
Napoleon Kaufman, second effort, gets him very close to the goal line. Second and goal from the 1. Brunell will try to sneak it himself, and it looks like the surge got him in. It did. Mark Brunell with his second rushing touchdown of the game. 5:50 left to play. The Huskies still need a bundle. They trail 35-13.
Probably your kicker can't separate himself from the bench he's been on. He's frozen to it.
Brunell rolling out, looking for that 2-point conversion, and throws it, and it is caught. Damon Mack for the 2 points. So it's 35-16. 5:50 left to play in the football game, and we're probably going to see an onside kick. Surprised more teams don't do this.
Well, as a kicker, you just try to time it. Basically, as soon as they cross that 30, you start going. The one thing you've got to do as a kicker is kick it 10 yards. That's the one mistake you can't make.
Never made it far enough. Cougars will get the football. Trips left for Washington State. Wright Fair back in, and he gets nowhere. Gets to the line of scrimmage.
Blows a knee out. Demoted to second team, now has had his opportunity, has played very well. His 2 best career passing games were last week and the week before. As you see Sean Bay right there with his second big play of the game.
41 yards to go with a 51-yard touchdown run. Sean Bay right there with 11 touchdowns this season. Aaron Price boots it through. 5 minutes exactly left to play in the football game, and Washington State can celebrate 42-15, the lead over the Huskies. You're watching Apple Cup 92 on Prime Sports.
Had a great finish.
Aaron Price's kick goes over near the sideline and will go out of bounds, so the Huskies will get it at the 35 again.
Husky football, and the Washington State's got to be real proud. Their seniors have to be real happy that they've got a shot to win here, too.
Clock moving, 4:20 left to play in the football game. Cougars and Huskies playing out the string. Pass is caught by Damon Mack, and he gets out to about the 46-yard line.
Orlando McKay and Mario Bailey, you can see there's a bit of anxiety to get this over with on the Husky sideline.
Brunell trying to buy a little time again. and will simply try to save time by getting out of bounds. And this is an improved Washington State team and a Husky defense that's not quite the dominating force. The pass is caught by Jason Shelley. It's a foot race, and Shelley is dragged down from behind by Greg Burns at about the 7-yard line. Brunell calling the signals at the line of scrimmage now. Will spike it down to stop the clock. 3:37. Second down and 8. Brunell on the option. There's the pitch back to Jay Barry, and he's going to lose about 4 yards. Greg Burns with the emphatic toss down.
I'm not sure.
I want to correct myself on that 100-yard stuff. Mario Bates of the...
We hope to make it something that's kind of a tradition.
The give up the middle and off the Rose Bowl.
Well, 3 weeks ago, you were looking at a #1 Huskies versus a #2 or 3 Michigan Rose Bowl. Now you may have...
We'll have an opportunity to savor an Apple Cup win here in 1992. Brunell into the end zone, and we might have some interference called. Nope, no flag. Shelley is the lone wide receiver. Bruner and Conwell, the 2 tight ends. They'll try Turner, and he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Huskies cut the margin. Huskies will go for 2 again. Barry lined up as a wide receiver, now goes in motion. And Brunell's pass is caught by Barry, so the 2-point conversion for the Huskies. 1:49 to play in the football game. It's Washington State 42 and the Huskies 23.
Only the second time they've ever been over 40.
Hansen gets the kick further this time, and there is a scramble for the ball, but the Cougars cover it. Huskies can stop the clock, so Washington State will, instead of just taking the snap and setting down, try to move it and get a first down or so. And Derek Sparks busts it through. He says, hey, I saw Sean Bay do it a couple of times. But second down and call it 6 for Washington State. And Sparks tries the right side, gets to about the 40.
And pull those out of the hat.
Drew Bledsoe takes a knee, and that'll be it. And Mike Price will allow himself to make his way across the field. A tough day for that young man. But he's got a Rose Bowl to look forward to. And the countdown, and Mike Price now says it's okay. Lincoln Kennedy and Drew Bledsoe, a couple of All-Americans who just may see each other again. Aaron Price with his dad. And what sort of an impact might this have on this young man's future?
Well, I tell you, in '82, I got that ride, and I know what a great thrill that is. And Drew's going to be able to remember this one. It's a great feeling when the guys that are in your dorm and your fraternity and your pals, we're all one together here.
The Cougars have defeated the Huskies 42-23.